My name is Jason Sikoak, formerly Shywalk. I changed it a few years ago to take back my traditional Inuit name. I'm a graphic artist currently studying at Concordia University in the Fine Arts program. Sitting next to my Uncle Jack as a child, I guess, and my Aunt Hazel. Uncle Jack would carve wood and Aunt Hazel would paint the carvings and do her own paintings herself. And yeah, just from there. I love to experiment. A lot of multimedia pieces, from painting on paper, drawing on paper, canvas, wood, whatever I can get my hands on, really, that could possibly work. If it doesn't work, I'll move on to something else, but it's a lot of experimentation lately. I really like printmaking as well. I built a small printing press a while ago out of a car jack and some lumber. Yeah, that was fun. I like to think that the stories of my parents and other elders in the community influenced me a lot. So I try to draw how I would picture what Inuit life would be like without colonialization, colonial impacts and Christianity impacts. But then I also turn the tables and draw my representations of what these impacts are. Maybe a bit harder subject matter for some, but it's our reality. So, and I also like to draw Sedna a lot, like a lot. My painting I'm doing for class right now is a 5-foot tall Sedna. What I depict is just after her father cut her fingers off, and she's kind of floating back down through the water, and her fingers are turning into seals, and there's foam and blood. It's kind of gory, and then there's raven feathers mixed in amongst it. So it's just after the moment of creation, I guess. With the elder generation, it was always Kanoyoak, Ashawak. Like, we only had CBC growing up, and it was CBC North. So every once in a while on the weekend, we'd get the National Film Board short, where she's got all of her family put to bed, drawing in the igloo, and then her work becomes a print, and I'd just sit there mesmerized, like, oh my God. Yeah, she was a very early influence in my work. I'm gonna get his name wrong. Ipley? Yeah, I really like his graphic depiction in pen and ink, and kind of styled myself around the heavy lines and whatnot. So yeah, but I don't know. I love Patuguk's contemporary works that she did when she was alive, and not depicting the traditional Inuit, or the way people viewed the Inuit from the outside, and captured our daily lifestyle that people didn't like at first, but now it's kind of a thing, which is awesome. And then Mike Massey, the first Labradorian to get into the Inuit Art Quarterly, was a big thing. And then artists from back home like Gilbert Hay, John Teriak, yeah, Dinah Anderson, and the younger generations, like Jessica Winters is an amazing artist. Jesse Tunglik, who's working here right now, I love his work. Glenn Gear, Nancy Saunders. Respect them all. Like, I think everybody's work is amazing. My daughter right now is an artist as well, and she's doing some good work. Going to school, we would get the Inuit Art Quarterly in our library once in a while, and of course I'd sit down and keep it all to myself and leaf through it. When I was younger, it was a source of inspiration, knowing that Inuit art was being recognized and that there was an organization, and the magazine was helping showcase that, and look forward to it every quarter. and then got my own subscription to it, so I was always looking through it, and then heard the horrible news that it was being discontinued, and that kind of broke my heart. But then when we went to to a conference in Ottawa and they relaunched, I was overjoyed. So I think it's not only an excellent reference for people looking to contact Inuit artists and buy contemporary artwork. It's also a great archival source and inspiration for artists like myself. Without the IAQ, I don't know. It's kind of our go-to. It means a lot to me. I cried. The first time it happened, I bawled my eyes out. I had to go sit with the magazine for a while, and just, I never thought it would happen. It feels pretty amazing and humbling at the same time. I wrote a song, a parody song a while ago, kind of joking that I want to be on the cover of the IAQ, and then all of a sudden I'm in the magazine. It's on the tune of the cover of the Rolling Stones. Yeah, but no, being in the magazine is very, I'm very honored and humbled at the same time to be alongside so many great artists. I see other people's work all the time, and I'm like, oh my God, why am I an artist? This person is so much better. And then they turn around and say the same thing to me. I'm like, it's just my drawings. If given the opportunity, jump on it. It's the IAF and the IAQ have so many resources available to help emerging artists, established artists. Just having the team know your name and know that you're willing to work with them is a big thing. And then, yeah, if you can, do. It would keep us afloat. It would help artists like myself, who back in the day may have been struggling, trying to find some identity and trying to find a style, I guess. But the IAQ kind of helped me through that. I studied various artists and whatnot. And then, like I said before, when we found out the magazine was being discontinued, it was a large part of the Inuit art world that was taken away from us. So if the donor money helps keep the foundation going, keeps the magazine going, it's greatly appreciated and always will be. I have a fan in Toronto who's at OCAD that regularly helps update my site through the edit-a-thon. And she gets my name out there and presents my name to other people through the site. So I think it's, and especially if somebody doesn't have a personal website or means of showcasing digitally, it's an excellent reference point for people to check out the artist. I'm possibly wanting to open a studio, maybe in Montreal, that's also a teaching space that will give young Inuit artists a place to come and develop a portfolio, possibly Inuit students who are in fine arts programs across the country, and treat it as a summer job, but also as a portfolio building space, because as a young artist, you don't have time to develop a proper portfolio, but also to give them a summer job that kind of lines up with their education choice. So yeah, that's the big dream. Hope it happens.
Me too. That's really wonderful. Supporting younger artists is a huge thing.
Yeah, I find I'm doing that more lately in a supportive role and helping other people. If somebody comes to me with something and they say, can you do this? And I'll say, no, but I know somebody. So